Hey, Sam Melson coming to you live from Precious World Mobile Studios. Real Estate Duru here, not the real estate guru, but the real estate Duru. And I'm still doing it out here. I want to talk to you about a little bit of real estate again. And I want to talk to you on the subject of the ego of a rookie. Oh my God. The ego of a rookie. So listen, I'm gonna talk to you about some things that if you haven't done your first deal yet, or even your second deal, you haven't got a trend in your real estate business, you've been walking around for months talking about your real estate investor but still haven't done anything, I want to talk to you about some possible blind spots that you're in and how the ego can really stymie you in developing your real estate business. You know, oftentimes when one makes that decision that, I want to get into real estate investing, they've gone to these seminars, spent 20, 30, 40, $50,000 for a seminar. They may have bought a class. They've spent, $2,000 or $3,000 maybe on a weekend tour somewhere, or bought some books, or what I like even more is they go to YouTube University and they start learning buzzwords and like ARVs and cap rates and GRM and all these cash flow and all these different buzzwords. But at the end of the day, they're really feeling good about themselves. Well, what that is what you call the dopamine effect. It's a chemical reaction in the brain that when you're feeling good, this dopamine begins to secrete in the brain and makes you feel good. In fact, sometimes it can make you feel like Superman. It's almost like how some of these narcotics work with making you feel so good that you're invincible and that you're so amped up to be able to do something, but you still haven't got it done because at the end of the day, you really don't know what you're doing. At the end of the day, you still really don't know what to do. And I'm gonna tell you, the real estate business is not a business that you're going to learn in college by going to get a real estate license. You're not going to learn it there. In fact, there's a lot of real estate agents that don't even know certain things like assumptions and sub-twos and wraps and things of that nature. Thousands, tens of thousands of them that don't even know those strategies. And long story short, you will only really learn something like that on how it really works from having a mentor, from having someone that is in the business that has passed that information down to you. And unfortunately, when you're amped up on dopamine or crack or something, when you're amped up on that stuff, you become blind and resistant to seeking advice and to seeking actual help. And you're still walking around saying, hey, I'm a real estate investor and I want to get into this business. Or even, look, you're still even going and looking at different videos thinking that you're going to learn all the secret sauce. And that's not going to happen. I can tell you, when I first started, I was one, I had attended those seminars, been through some classes. I wasn't a techie guy, so I wasn't on YouTube. But you get amped and you get excited. And, in my case, fortunately, I had a lot of capital back then. I was working a six-figure gig, multiple six-figure, and had a lot of capital savings, had a lot of capital and with an 800 FICO score and $100 and something thousand in the bank and all this kind of thing. And so when I started my business full time, I had capital to live off of. But listen, that capital runs out if you're not making any money. And it took me 10 months to find my first deal. And fortunately, at some point I was convicted in my heart. I know when I told my wife I was going to be doing this stuff, I told her I was going to keep everything close to the chest because I have a corporate background and I understand confidentiality and proprietary information, and secrets and things of that nature. And yes, that's important, but at the end of the day, you still need to know what you're getting ready to do. And some secrets are very, very, very valuable, and you're going to have to pay for them. A lawyer doesn't go to law school just to come out and give free advice. So when you go to these seminars and you're paying all this money, you're paying for the glitz and glam of real estate. You're paying for the hype and, jumping around with the so-called millionaire guru that's up there teaching the class. You've seen an ad that the celebrities from the HGTV and A&E and all these shows are coming to your town to put on the seminar. You get there, and first of all, they're not even there. They've got salespeople there that's really running everything. But you're still believing in the hype that you're going to be able to do no money transactions in real estate, and you're going to be able to start a whole business, ultimately making thousands of dollars and maybe one day becoming a millionaire without having to spend any money. And so now you're stuck in what you think you know and still haven't gotten a deal. You're even watching me today hoping that you will get some knowledge, in which, as a guru, I'm going to give you some knowledge. And one of the big nuggets I'm going to tell you, get you some help, get you a mentor. That will be the one thing that's going to speed up your learning process, speed up your growth in your business, because you're not going to get all the information that you need for free. When I got my first deal, I not only took on a partner, but my partner had a mentor that was a $10 millionaire. And he had been working with him for 2 years already. And at the time that I was working with my partner, he wasn't even that seasoned. So it wasn't a whole lot I was able to pick up off of him, but there was some things there. And here's the thing. Details matter in real estate. Details matter. You can have all the buzzwords that you want, but listen, the word "and" in the contract, or the word "or" in the contract, makes a huge difference in the contract. One clause in the contract makes a huge difference in the contract. Details matter. And when you go to these seminars and you go on YouTube, you're not getting all the details that's going to be required for you to get your first deal, and more importantly, for you to be able to do the deal that you may get in your hand up front. Because I would tell you, deals come in all types, shapes, and sizes. And if you only know maybe one strategy, if you're a one-trick pony, you may get a deal, but you won't know how to do anything with it. You won't even recognize it to be a deal because you don't know anything else. But if you had a mentor that's had some experience that can maybe say, hey, well, even though you think that you can't do it this way, there might be another way and another exit strategy you can do with it. That's what a mentor would do for you. That information is worth thousands of dollars, because you know how many deals, how many leads you've gotten, even leads that I've gotten. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I've done north of 100 and something transactions, okay? I'm not a guru, I don't claim to be a guru, but I know a little something. I've done from wraps to, from buying hoes to wraps and sub twos and, flips and fix and flips. And, I've done several of these types of transactions throughout. I've done it with single families, multiple families, from 1 to 4s to multiples, multifamilies. And I'm just telling you, details matter, and you're going to need help to get yourself going off the ground. Listen, if you are needing some help and you want to get some one-on-one time with me, there may be a link here in the video somewhere where you can schedule yourself a 1-hour session where I can give you like the first 3 points that you need to go do straight off to get your business started. Because I can tell you, in my first 10 months, I spent so much time and money doing things that was not really business related. It was business related, but it wasn't getting me anywhere closer to my first deal. You want to focus on income producing activities, building websites and getting LLCs and going to networking meetings and all this stuff doesn't get you your first deal. And I spent a lot of time and a lot of months doing that kind of thing. But if I had a mentor that was kind of giving me a little bit more hand holding, it would have been so much faster than 10 months. And I think that, with the information I got you, shoot, depending on you and how responsive you are to coaching and how coachable you are, you can probably get a deal in the next 30 to 60 days. I know I've got, at time of this video, I've got one mentee, we met in, 1 week he was able to get a lead, and we were able to go under contract in just a few days after meeting me. And this contract is going to produce maybe about $8,000 with this mentee. And so he's fortunate. And he hasn't even, he just happened to see one of my videos and decided to reach out to me. Very smart man. He was obviously a middle-aged man, a lot of wisdom already, but he decided to reach out, and he's getting ready to make some money already. He's not going to waste 10 months like I did. He's learning from my mistakes. I've got another mentee, been in the business 6 months or whatever, hadn't done anything. And I'm talking to him about everything that he has done. And to be honest, he's done everything but the things he needs to do to get a deal. You get a lead that comes to you right now. Do you know what you're going to do with it? How are you going to draw it up? What are you going to draw it up on? How are you going to draw it up? Do you know if that lead that comes in doesn't fit the criteria that you expect? What do you do with it then? Do you just throw it away, or do you try to look for other criteria? How do you know if it doesn't meet that criteria, or how do you know if it can meet some other criteria? You got to ask for help. You got to ask for help, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's no shame. There's no, shame or embarrassment to ask for help. But, I'm just telling you, the ego of a rookie can stymie you. And you may not realize that because you're blinded by the feel-good messages of what real estate can do. You're blinded by the feel-good messages of thinking you're going to be rich someday. You're blinded by the feel-good messages that you can make, $5,000 on the wholesale. You're blinded by all the feel-good stuff, but you're stymied just in the feel-good stuff. You're all amped up and happy, but not getting anything done. So if you're interested in getting something done, you can hook up with the Real Estate Duru. Look for the link. You can look at joining my private coaching group if you like to do that. If you want to be really special, I'm taking on a few mentees at the moment, at least at the time of this video. Now, I'll be honest, I can't help the entire world because I have my own business and I don't pride myself on selling seminars and programs and all this stuff. I'm still in the game. But right now, at this time, I've got room to take on a handful of mentees that, if you like, that I can help you, walk you through to getting your first deal. Now, you have to be coachable, you have to listen, and you have to, more importantly, take action off of the things that you're being told. But, so I don't want you to waste your time putting more money into a place that you're not going to do anything with and get anything back. So I want to warn you about that kind of thing. You need to put your action and your behaviors in alignment with production. And so I can help you with that, and I'm willing to help you with that. But you need to, react now. My spots of mentees are always rotating in and out after they kind of getting onto their feet and feel like they're doing pretty good. Then they elevate from being a mentee to a partner. And now we're able to do deals across state lines, which is pretty awesome. But if you haven't been able to get one, you need that extra help. If you're wise enough to accept help and receive coaching and things of that nature, reach out. Feel free to reach out. Like I said, I have a private group, private subscription group where I can kind of coach as a group. I put content in there on the regular as things happen. It's not really in any particular order, but you might be able to make something out of it for sure. Definitely some solid nuggets. But if you want my immediate attention, you can sign up for, schedule yourself for one of my one-on-one coaching sessions. I give you an hour, and I give you everything I can give you within an hour to get you really going in the first direction. Or if you really want, mentorship where I can walk you through your first deal, I have a program for that as well. I do interview any prospective mentees because I also want to make sure I'm not wasting my time with someone that's, stuck in their head and someone that's still, doped up on the dopamine and just taking up a lot of my time and energy and value and all this stuff, because I'm not about wasting time. Time is money. Time is valuable, and I don't have that kind of time to waste. But my mentors told me it's time to reach one, teach one, so that's what I'm open to doing. And I wanted to give you the blind spot that you're probably trapped in as to why you're not getting your first deal done, and that is it takes having a mentor. This information, the details of the business is not going to get you producing. The lack of the details of the business is not going to get you producing. And details matter. Every word in a contract matters. Everything that you look at matters when it comes to how do you analyze a real estate deal, if it's a good deal or not. Timing, location, area, type of deal, the numbers, all that stuff matters. And you're not going to learn all that by going through seminars and YouTube University. So I'm offering myself. I'm available to help you out, and feel free. In fact, I'm gonna just tell you, subscribe to my channel. At least if you're not going to do anything, you can get some more nuggets from me, from my perspective, from my real street experiences as being a Duru and currently active. Subscribe to my channel, follow me. I'm on all the major social media platforms, from YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and Twitter, all that stuff. You guys know. Follow me, like me. Also, feel free to comment. If you don't like what I got to put down, if you're not smelling what I'm cooking, feel free to comment. Let me know. But if you're picking up what I'm putting down, let me know that too. And I'll be happy to reach back out to you. And like I said, if you need some help, if I still have room, currently I do. I don't always, because my hands get full, but currently I do. Feel free, reach out, and let's see if we can connect and get you going to getting your first deal done. So until we are able to do that, I'll tell you, I'll see you at the top, because the bottom sure is crowded. God bless.